I've done it. I have absolutely done it, you guys. And you all will be so proud of me. I have done the impossible, and I have taken our Call of Duty Zombies game mode, and I have combined it with everyone else's favorite game mode, Fortnite, and made it into one, to where it would be the most fun, exciting game mode you have ever played, and hopefully, it will be in Black Ops 4. Now, what is this great idea, you might be asking? What possibly could be such a great creation that I, a Twitch streamer, actually makes a YouTube video for the first time in 2 months? Well, I'm going to show you what that idea is. Barf, barf! I have something secret to tell you! Barf, barf! On the screen right now, right here to the left of my glorious self. Yes, left. Left of me, right to you. Anyway, on the screen in front of you, I have what my idea is for the perfect Zombies Battle Royale mode for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Now, it's a bit of a detailed list, and reading through all of it in a video kind of be draining and kind of be boring, so I'll have the link for the full thing down in the description. But for this video's sakes, I'm going to give a general synopsis of what it all entails, what cool aspects it will have, and why I think it could potentially be a fun new game mode. So if Call of Duty is wanting to add a Battle Royale mode to their game, I think it would fit personally better in the Zombies universe as it would in their general multiplayer. Because to compete in the Battle Royale genre right now, with Fortnite and PUBG and even H1Z1 to a degree, you have to have something that makes it stand out from the rest. PUBG is realistic, Fortnite has its building aspect, and H1Z1 has the car battle mode thing, which seems kind of cool, but I've never actually played it. But that's what they have right now that makes their version stand out from the rest. For Call of Duty, if they just add it to their general multiplayer, I don't see a way other than custom class loadouts that it stands out enough to be popular and drive people back to it instead of playing Fortnite or PUBG and such. But if you throw it into a Zombies universe, Zombies is very different and unique and stands out. And we already had the groundworks for a potential Battle Royale mode all the way back in Black Ops 2 using Grief mode. So if you take this basic idea of what Grief mode was and you evolve it with a lot of these game development ideologies and theories that we have from the Battle Royale genre, you can flesh it out into what seems like a fun, competitive, and even casual mode for everybody to play. So how would a match of Zombies Battle Royale actually play out? Well, I have two general map ideologies of how they could play out right here on the screen in front of you. They both follow the same idea, but different visual concepts. So you spawn in, you go into the starting area, and then the goal of what you're trying to do is you have to progress through all the doors and you want to reach the final area before anyone else is able to do it, you or your team. And to progress through these areas, obviously you have doors you can buy, and to be able to buy doors, you need points. But also, to be able to build up more points, you have to be able to survive the zombie hordes and get kills. You're pushing yourself to try to get points, more points than other people, so that way you can progress through the areas faster than them. But not only that, at the same time as you're just trying to naturally progress through the map and get to this winner's area to where you can escape the map safely, you're also having to fight incoming Nova 6 gas. See what I did there? You have to fight this enclosing gas on the map, so that way you have to make sure you are playing fast enough to stay ahead of the gas, play fast enough to still be in the lead, but you don't want to play too slow, so that way you're sitting in the gas. And on top of all this as well, you still have all the basics of Zombies mode. There's going to be perk machines, wall buys, challenges that you can do that help unlock extra rewards as a random pack-a-punch gun, a random perk, all of those types of things. Traps on the map, boss zombies spawning in like Brutus and the Panzer and the Margwa, all those things will still exist as well. So it will feel like it's a zombies match like always. However, you're just being pit against another team at the same time. You're trying to be the first to accomplish the overall goal. Now, up to this point, it probably still sounds like this is just a general zombies map, a general zombies game, nothing too special. You can think of it just as like it's a race to do the Easter egg first, in a sense, right? And from what I've described so far, that's essentially what it is. But then this is where you add in the Battle Royale genre ideologies in terms of playstyle and such. So, like Grief Mode did in back in Black Ops 2, you could not directly kill the other players, but you could shoot and stun them and you could interact with them, so that way the zombie horde might catch up to them and then kill them at the same time. That same concept would come back into this game mode. You can even have the same concept to where if you're playing in a team-styled match, if one person picks up the max ammo, it only affects that team. Someone picks up a double points, it only affects that team, that same concept. And if you go along with this, you could create a lot of new items to go into a game mode like this to try to mess up the other players without directly shooting them. Another interesting thing that I touched on even just a second before this was I mentioned how there were challenges to where you could get pack-a-punch weapons and those type of varieties. Imagine it like Origins and Garage Crovey. You start the game and you have this challenge board to where if you complete X challenge, you get X reward, right? Imagine this being like the airdrop system to where you get in like Fortnite and PUBG and those type of things. It's a high risk, high reward. You spend your time trying to complete this challenge and you can end up getting a stronger weapon, getting an extra perk, potentially even getting a shield you could equip to your back because of it. However, going out of your way to try to get this challenge might cause you from ending up not being able to earn as many points potentially to progress through the map. So it's a high risk, high reward situation. Another very interesting concept they could bring into this game mode, which would be extremely unique to zombies, is what happens after a player dies. Because this is zombies, once a player dies, you could use the thought process of like, oh, this player has died, they can now become a zombie. So imagine a player dies in a match. They either have the option to where they could just sit there and spectate, like in Fortnite or PUBG, or they have the option to where they can then respawn in as a zombie, potentially even a Brutus or a Panzer or a Margwa, and directly try to then PvP with the other players, going directly for like one specific player, or however they would want to do it. It would be a really nice and interesting twist on once a player actually dies. So that way they can still stay relevant in the match, but they're not necessarily going to be overpowering or changing the course of the match. One other quick ideology concept and whatnot in regards to map design itself for a game mode like this. You would want to take the same ideology that Fortnite and like League of Legends has taken, to where they have one singular map that they can just continually update, continually add new things to, so that way the game mode would stay more fresh and continue to still be the fun experience to which you initially have. If you start adding multiple different maps, multiple different styles to it, it starts to divide the community in a sense to which they prefer and everything. And not only that, it takes away from the developers' time as well, because then they are having to worry about maintenance multiple different things instead of only maintaining one thing and being able to expand and create more new innovations in a game mode such as this. Going even more off the idea to where developers can then progress and try to create new ideas for this game mode, you can go off of just different ways to allow the player to even experience what is already there for them. You can have different modes such as just a casual online mode, to where you just have players just randomly wanting to get together and just do it for fun, you know? They're not trying to be serious, they're just joining public lobbies, just going into games, and just seeing what they can do to survive against other players. You could have a competitive mode, and this would be similar to what Overwatch has done. You can have different rankings, different seasons, and you're trying to battle to have that #1 spot in the rankings. But probably the coolest potential idea, and this is one thing a lot of people loved in Black Ops 2, but it wasn't such a fully fleshed out idea, but now they could potentially do this, is a custom game mode. So you already have the grounds for this competitive mode, right? So you can make private matches to where you could be like, okay, the only things that will spawn on the walls will be pistols. And that's all you can use. Try to get to the end of the map and survive and win. You could have something to where it's headshots only. The only way you can kill zombies is from headshots. Good luck, go have fun, see if you can do it. These are things that you could only do in a private match mode, and it would be able to fulfill that need of, oh hey, I want to challenge myself to do this, and this is a perfect way of pushing myself to actually do this. Hopefully by now, you're starting to get a general concept and a general grasp of what this game mode could potentially be for a Zombies Battle Royale mode. And again, if you're a little bit confused, or if you're interested and you want to know more, I have all those thoughts that I just said much more fleshed out in this Google Docs document, which will be linked down below, which you can go and check out yourself. But if you're still a bit more just confused, I'll try my best to end this all summarizing it in terms of a map that we already have and applying this linear style system to that map specifically. And the map to which I'm going to apply it to is Mob of the Dead. So, taking this linear ideology behind this, imagine the starting area as being the docks. You're down there on the docks, there's the mystery box, there's the jug, there's the Tommy gun, there's all those things right there specifically. The way that you would win on the Mob of the Dead map you would need to be the first individual or the first team to make it all the way through the prison, get up to the roof, and escape off of the plane. So you would be able to buy doors, you have to be running from the gas, avoiding traps set by other players, don't run through those other traps. Potentially, you decide to try to save up an obscene amount of points and skip the entire prison part and just ride the gondola potentially. But think about it as if on Mob of the Dead, everybody starts on the docks and you're in a race trying to survive the zombie horde and be the first team to reach the plane on the roof and escape off Alcatraz. So if after hearing all of this about what this possible game mode idea could potentially be, let me know and spread the idea around. I would love to hear your guys' feedback and comments about what you like, what you don't like about this idea in general. And is it something you would want to play? It's a game mode that would make you potentially want to be playing zombies daily, having something to where it's actually competitive, but then you can potentially go into a private match, customize it to exactly how you want, and still have a lot of friends just with friends goofing around. If you did enjoy this, again, do make sure to share. I would love to see as many people's reactions, thoughts, opinions on this type of an idea for a game mode as possible, because it is something I actually really do enjoy. I spent a lot of time, I spent a couple weeks putting this idea fully together, fleshing it together, and it's not perfect, but it's a really good start for something that could potentially be something we see in Black Ops 4. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the idea of what this could be. Again, if you are more interested in the finer details of everything, there's a link down below for this entire document. You can go read it and see all the exact details of everything I've fleshed out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, let me know. Share the video, share the idea. And until the next time, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.